area of the surface. Now, what is the meaning of area? If I am asking you, can you tell me what is area? What is the difference between area and perimeter? Anyone? Anyone? What is the difference between? I'm talking about two-dimensional shapes. Okay, that means a rectangle, a square, a triangle. Okay, a circle. These are two-dimensional shapes. Okay, two measurements are there. What is the area and what is perimeter? What is the difference between area and perimeter?
And area is the space occupied by shape.
And what is perimeter?
And it is the outline of the shape.
Exactly. Area means if I am drawing a square over here, area means this portion. This is area. And perimeter means we are just talking about the boundary. Okay, the outline. That's called perimeter. In perimeter, we just measure the distance. This distance plus this distance plus this distance plus this distance. That's called perimeter. Okay, that's why we say the unit of area is meter square or centimeter square or kilometer square. But the unit of perimeter, since we are just measuring the distance, so the unit of perimeter is only meter or maybe only centimeter or maybe only kilometer. This is all about the 2D shapes, area and perimeter. Now what is 2D shapes? 2D shapes means a shape which will look like a flat surface like this. Okay, a flat surface. Okay, you can see there is no width over here. There is no width. It's just negligible. Only the length is there. Okay, width, when I am saying, I am talking about the thickness is not there or the height is not there. You can see the height is not there or maybe the thickness is not there. Okay, instead of this page, if I'll be showing you a book, that will be 3D shape. Okay, so in this chapter you must be very clear with what is 2D shape, what is 3D shape. 2D shape means a flat surface. When you are talking about a circle or a triangle, it's just like a plate. Okay, a circular flat surface. Okay, or a circular plate, you can say. That's called 2D figure. But in 3D figure, we will also be having like length, breadth, and height will also be there. The thickness will also be there. In this chapter, at first, we are going to talk about the surface area of cube, or maybe the surface area of cuboid. Let's try understanding what exactly is the meaning of this surface area, how we are getting the shape cuboid. Okay, so can I say that if we will be taking a rectangular sheet, let me show it to you also. Just a second. If we'll be taking a rectangular sheet, on this rectangular sheet, if I am taking more rectangular sheet, you can see these many I have taken. Okay, so many I have taken. If I'll be placing it on this one, and I will keep on placing, keep on stacking, we will end up getting a cuboid. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
or no? Yes. With the help of the rectangle, we are getting, with the help of the rectangle, we are getting cuboid. When we are taking one rectangular sheet and we will just keep on stacking another rectangular sheet, then another rectangular sheet, then another rectangular sheet. What we will be having, length and breadth. Previously, it was just a rectangle where only length and breadth was there. But when you will keep on stacking, you will find that height, we will end up getting height also, and our figure will look like this. Yes, Arhan, Samia, you just joined. We are starting this surface area and volume chapter. Okay. I was just discussing what is the difference between area and perimeter, which you must know, right? And we are going to discuss now surface area of cuboid. Okay. So it is made up of rectangle. Okay, rectangular, like the surfaces we have taken so many rectangular surface and we ended up getting a 3D figure that's called cuboid, and we are going to discuss about the surface area of this cuboid. Now think about it, if we will open it, if we will open this figure, what we'll be getting, let me check, am I having any box or something so that I can open it and I can show it to you. Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me? Okay. Suppose I got one box. Can you say this box? Can you say it? Can you say it? It's a cuboid, right? It's a cuboid, right? Yes or no? Yes. It's a
yes,
okay. It's a cuboid. And when we are talking about surface area, that means this is the surface. This is the surface. This is the surface. This is the surface. These surfaces area combined together will give us the total surface area of the cuboid. Yes, these surface area, when we will be adding it, it will be giving us the total surface area of this cuboid, the formula. Now think about it, if I will open the figure, does it looks like just a rectangle? Yes or no? It looks like a rectangle, right? Here also we are having a rectangle, right?
yes,
Right. Okay, so if I am drawing it on the screen, let me draw it, or the drawn portion only, the bottom one, let me highlight it. Okay, we are going to find the formula from the scratch. You can see this rectangle, can you see it? This is the bottom one, a rectangle we are having. If we will try finding the area of this rectangle, we know a length is there and a breadth is there. So do we want to say length into breadth? Yes, I want to say that this purple colored rectangle will be having length and a breadth, and the area will be length into breadth. Is it clear so far to everyone?
yes,
Yes. Okay. Now, now we are having this rectangle also. Okay. Here breadth is there. We'll be finding the area of this rectangle also. We'll be finding the area of this rectangle also. But think about it. Here the measurement is one breadth is there and one this we have
height.
got, and we are going to call it a height. One height is there. Is it making sense to everyone?
Yes, miss.
Yes,
Okay, so while taking this orange color rectangular, this surface area, it will be breadth into height. Can we say on the other side also? Okay, this is on the left. On the right also we'll be having the same breadth into height. Yes or no? This one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This, that is also breadth into height. Okay, so we have taken the bottom one, the purple color, and then this two orange color rectangle, we have taken the area. Now we are left with this, the front and the back. Let me highlight it. I'm talking about this front, the front one. Okay, this front. And think about it. Can you tell me what will be the area of this rectangle? Who will say what will be the area
LH.
of this? L into H. See, if this blue colored rectangle is having one of the side as a L and another side is the height. Are you getting it? Everyone getting it? In this blue color rectangle, this is H. Okay, and this is L. So when you will be finding the area of this rectangular sheet, you will be doing the multiplication of L into H. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have taken this one. Now we can understand, just like the front, a back. On the back also we'll be having the same blue color, like exactly same as a blue color one. Yes or no? So one more time I'm going to write L into H. Is it making sense to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there is a blue color in the front, there is a blue color at the back also. We have taken all except the top one. Now the top one will be exactly like the bottom one, right? The top one will be exactly like the bottom one. The bottom one was just a rectangular shape having length, having breadth. So the top one will also be like that. Everyone is getting it, or shall I open the box and shall I show it to you one by one?
Yes.
I'm coming. Afrin, are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Bharti, are you getting? Yes, Bharti, are you getting it?
Yes, miss.
Okay, Arhan, you are getting it, right?
Yes.
Any confusion, Arhan? You can ask.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Hanan, is it clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Rayan, is it clear? Yes, Rayan, is it clear? Okay. Sarah, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's proceed. If we will be adding all of this, we'll be getting the surface area formula for cuboid. Please add it. You will find that LB is there. Here also LB is there. So basically the bottom one and the top one, it is exactly same. Then B into H. Okay. One more B into H. L into H. L into H. So basically 2 times L into B is there. 2 times B into H is there. 2 times L into H is there. And when you will be taking 2 common, have you learned this formula? Length into breadth, breadth into height, and height into length. Have you learned this formula for surface area of cuboid?
Yes, ma'am.
So you understood that surface area means nothing but just the area of the surfaces added together. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, previously you used to learn this formula. The surface area of a cuboid formula is 2 times length into breadth, breadth into height, height into length. But from where this formula came? When we have taken rectangular sheets. How many rectangular sheets? One, two, three, four, five, six rectangular sheets we have taken. Okay, and when we have taken like like this, we ended up getting a cuboid, and area we can find by taking the area of each and every surface added together. Are you getting it? Yes, Ryan. You was not there. Are you there?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I got disconnected.
Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in my syllabus, there is a curved surface area of hemisphere, cone, and sphere. Only this.
Only this curved surface area of hemisphere.
Surface area of hemisphere, cone, and sphere.
Okay. But anyway, we'll be discussing all of it from here. Since we have started the chapter, you need to know everything. Please don't prepare according to your exam. Okay, because now if you will prepare according to your exam, that's fine. But in future, again, these concepts will come. That time you can't say that only that portion was there in the exam and I have not learned the other portion. So please learn it, because in maths, everything is connected. Getting it?
Okay.
Yeah, we will be discussing everything. Whatever you will need in the next class, I'll be showing you everything over here. Now you choose that this much portion you are having in exam, this much portion again and again you have to revise, and the other portions you are keeping in mind, you know it. And if it will come in future, you will again you will try recalling the concept, or you will revisit the concept. You will be getting it. It will not be completely new to you. Even if your teacher or whoever will be there in front of you is not explaining you from the basic, at least the basic you know. Okay. So yes, this is the formula for surface area of the cuboid, and like this we got the surface area formula. Okay. Now the next one is the surface area of cube. Now from the cuboid we got the idea. From the cuboid we got the idea. If we have to talk about the surface area of cube, now we know the cube is made up of squares. Is it so? Yes or
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Yes.
Cube is made up of square. So a square, okay, another square, like this we'll be having. Here also exactly like the cube, we'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 surfaces. Now surface area, or you call it total surface area or surface area, it's the same thing. Total surface area means area of all the surfaces combined together, or area of all the surfaces added together. Let's add them. So here we understand, since it's a cube, this is A, okay, the length is A, here the breadth is also A. Think about it. If you are just looking at this bottom one, this cube, this I mean square, this is A, that is also A. What is the formula for area of square?
A square.
A square. So here everything will be A. Think about it, since it's a square. Okay, so how many surfaces are there? 6 surfaces are there, and each and every surface will give the same area. A square, A square, A square. Okay, A square, A square, 6 times. That's why the formula, you must have seen the area of the surface area of the cube formula is 6A square. Have you learned this formula?
Yes, ma'am.
You must have learned this formula previously, and from here we are getting the formula. Okay, now let's move to the next shape, that is cylinder. Now, just a second. Can you see this rectangular sheet?
Yes,
With the help of this one, can we make, does it look like a cylinder?
yes, ma'am.
Does it look like a cylinder? Yes. So I want to say, do I want to say that a rectangle, we can give it a shape of cylinder? Yes, I want to say the same. That if we are having a rectangular sheet like this, then you can fold it and you can give it a shape of cylinder. Now this looks like a hollow cylinder, yeah, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Here what we'll do, here what we will do, if we will cover this one, if we will cover this one, that means we are taking the consideration of the spaces also. Okay, this here we must need a circular plate to cover it. Here we must need a circular plate to cover it. But before that, let's talk about the curved surface area of the cylinder. Okay, at first we are going to discuss the curved surface area of the cylinder. Now what does it mean, curved surface area of the cylinder? Curve, this is the curved part of the cylinder, this is the curved surface area. Okay, and total surface area means this curved surface area and this circular lid and this circular lid also, that's called total surface area. ओके, आई एम सेइंग इन हिंदी ऑल्सो, कर्व सरफेस एरिया का मतलब है कि जो कर्व पार्ट है सिलेंडर का उसका एरिया सिर्फ हमें फाइंड करना है, दैट मीन्स सिर्फ इस पार्ट का एरिया। और जब भी सिलेंडर में टोटल सरफेस एरिया की बात होती है तो हम यहाँ पे एक सर्कुलर लिड और यहाँ पे एक सर्कुलर लिड अज्यूम करते हैं और उसका एरिया भी ऐड करते हैं, तब जाके हमें टोटल सरफेस एरिया मिलता है। एम आई मेकिंग सेंस टू ऑल ऑफ यू?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
At first, we'll be talking about the curved surface area of the cylinder. Curved surface area of cylinder. Now only I have shown you that we can get the cylinder with the help of the rectangle. So rectangle must be having length, rectangle must be having breadth. Now when I am taking this rectangular sheet and I am folding it to give it a shape of cylinder. Can you see the length? This length, I'm using it as a first circumference of the circle. The length got converted into circumference of the circle. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Okay. Previously, whatever was the length, when I'm folding it, it is becoming the circumference of the circle. Is it making sense to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Afri, Sara, Hanan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone getting it, Ryan? So the length is getting converted in circumference of the circle. Formula is 2 pi r. Is it so?
2 pi.
Okay, and we are just giving it a shape of cylinder. That means curved surface area will be length into breadth. This area of this rectangular sheet, because that only we are using to make the curved surface area. So area of the rectangle we will find and we will say that is the curved surface area of the cylinder. Yes. Okay. What we will say that length is just becoming the circumference and breadth is just creating the height of the cylinder. Can you see it? The breadth is when you will fold it, the breadth will become the height. Can we say?
Yes, ma'am.
So breadth will become height. And from here we are getting the curved surface area of the cylinder formula, that is 2 pi RH. हमने क्या किया, एक रेक्टेंगुलर शीट लिया और उसे फोल्ड करके हमने एक सिलेंडर क्रिएट कर दिया। तो जो रेक्टेंगुलर शीट का एरिया होगा वो एक कर्व सरफेस एरिया भी होगा। हाँ, बट जैसे ही हम फोल्ड कर रहे हैं, ये जो हमारा लेंथ था वो सर्कमफरेंस ऑफ द सर्कल की तरह दिख रहा है हमें, और जो हमारा ब्रेथ था वो हाइट, इस सिलेंडर का हाइट रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है। तो ऑफ कोर्स हमें आर और एच के टर्म्स में बात करना होगा, हम एल इंटू बी नहीं बोल सकते। ओके, दैट मीन्स 2 pi r into h, that means 2 pi rh is the formula for curved surface area of the cylinder. Is it clear so far?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, now this was the curved surface area. What is the total surface area? So I said to you that total surface area means we will be taking the consideration of this lids also. Which lid? Let me draw the lids. Suppose here a lid is there. Okay, I have just placed it like this, or here also a lid is, which I have just dragged it like this. How we open the any jar or anything. Okay, so this area, that is pi r square, and this area, that is pi r square, this also we have to take in consideration when we are talking about the total surface area of the cylinder. And the formula is curved surface
2
area,
pi r h plus r.
curved surface area
2
plus,
pi r h.
yes, this pi r square and this pi r square. If you want, let me show you the broken form of the formula. I'll be highlighting the final formula also. So this is what we are getting. Total surface area means nothing but just the curved surface area, the upper lid and the bottom lid. Okay, area. Now curved surface area, now only we have found the formula was 2 pi RH. This is pi r square is 2 pi r square. Now, what we'll be doing? 2 pi, we can take out common. R also. Yes or no? What can be taken out as a common factor? Anyone? From these two
R.
terms, only R.
2 pi r.
Pi R we can take out common. And what will be remaining in the bracket? Please tell me.
Plus H.
H plus r.
Yes, H plus R. Okay. And hence the final formula for total surface area of a cylinder. This is, it is H plus R. You can also write it as a R plus H. It's the same thing. And this is the final formula for total surface area of the cylinder. Is it clear so far to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just a second. Just a second. Okay, so far we have discussed what is the formula for surface area of the cuboid. I could have written the formula directly, but I shown you how we are getting the formula. 2 into length into breadth, breadth into height, height into length. Okay. Similarly, the formula for total surface area or just surface area of cube, and the formula is 6a square. We realize also how we are going to get the formula. Then we started discussing what will be the curved surface area of the cylinder, and we got it as a 2 pi RH. We also found the total surface area of the cylinder, and that's what we got as a formula. Okay, now we'll be discussing about cone. Now in cone, suppose I'm drawing a cone or a conical shape. Okay, this is a cone. Now here also, when we are talking about, you must have seen this conical shape in your real life also. The way I shown you a cuboid box, okay, or cube, you can see in your day-to-day life, or cylinder, you must have seen in your real life also. Cone also, in the form of the cap, not the cap, like uh, yes, the conical vessel, or maybe the tent, or maybe in Christmas you use a cap, no, that is can be in the conical shape. So this is the conical shape you must have seen in your real life also. Now what will be the surface area? When we are talking about the surface area of the cone, here also we'll be talking about the curved surface area and the total surface area. But here we'll be calling the curved surface area as a lateral surface area. But basically lateral surface area and curved surface area is the same thing. Lateral means all around it. Okay, lateral, this terminology from where it came from all around it. And curve means just the curve portion. So in this conical shape also we'll be talking about lateral surface area which is just the another name for curved surface area. And we will also be discussing about the total surface area over here. Just a second. Let's continue. So yeah, we were discussing about total surface area of cone. Okay. So when we are having a cone, here also, while taking the consideration of total surface area, can you see here one rectangular plate we can add? Can you see it? Can you see it? If I will just slide it, a rectangular plate we can add over here. Okay. So while having the discussion of total surface area, here also, just like the cylinder, we will be talking about this area also, that is pi r square. But the question is, what will be the lateral surface area, or what will be the this curved surface area? So let me tell you, in cone this is called the slant height. Here two different heights you are having. One of the height from here you must have observed. If I will draw a cone or a tent like this, then one of the height is perpendicular distance, this height. Can you see? One of the height is this height, which we are going to call from now onward as a h. Okay, this perpendicular, this height is called h. And one more height we are having over here, and that is this height. We will be calling it slant height. You can see why we are slant height. Why we are going to call it as a slant height? It's because it is slant. So the length is there, but that length is slant. That's why we are going to call it as a slant height. We will be representing it with L or length. Okay, so in cone we will be always talking about two different height. One of the height is the perpendicular height. Okay, and the another is the slant height. Okay, so whenever I am writing L, you must understand I am talking about this length, and whenever I am writing H, you must understand I am talking about the perpendicular distance, this height, exact actual height. Okay, so let's continue. This is called L. Now think about it, how we will be getting the curved surface area, or the specific name, that is lateral surface area of the cone. So suppose we are having this cone. If we will open this cone, let me try drawing the figure. Let me try drawing the figure properly first. Does it look like we have just opened a certain portion of the cone? Does it looks like that? Does it looks like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Okay, a cap structure we were having. How we make the cap? We just take a paper, we just make a cap like this, we join it. Suppose the joining part I have opened for a while, just to open the figure and to check. Just to open the figure and to check what will be the total surface area. Okay, what will be the curved surface area at first, then we are coming to total surface area. So after a while, will it look like a circle like this? When completely I will open it, will it look like this? Will it look like this? Right?
Yes.
Everyone agreeing that this shape got opened into this and this shape got opened into this. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Okay, now we want to find the surface area. For how easily we have taken a rectangular sheet and we found the area, and then we have found the surface area, the curved surface area of the cylinder. But what about this curved surface area of this cone? That is called lateral surface area. So think about it. Think about it. Suppose from here I am cutting, from here we are going to call it as a L. Okay, this is the slant height. Please don't forget, this is the slant height. So do we want to say this is L and this is also L? Yes, I want to say this is the slant height. Okay, since we are trying to generate the formula of the cone, we will not be using like the circular, the terminology which we are using for circle, R we can use. But this one will be saying the L, because it is taking the shape of, because it is becoming slant height. Now from here I am cutting a triangle. Okay, from here I am cutting another triangle, from here I am cutting another triangle, from here I am cutting another triangle. Just keep on looking at it. Okay, it may not look like a perpendicular, but it is, I'm trying to show that this is perpendicular. Okay, so for area of this triangle, can I say 1 by 2 into base into height, that is L? Can we say, can we say for another area again 1 by 2, base we don't know, let's call here the base 1, here let's call base 2, and again the height will be same. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for every triangle we'll be having 1 by 2, base will be different because we are talking about different arcs, so base will be different, b3, but the height again, this is L, this is L, this is L, so L will be the height. Okay, So totally, the completely, if we will take and if we will add all of them, so do we want to say 1 by 2, then base 1 plus base 2? Since all is having 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, let me write it over. Okay, 1 by 2 into base 1 into height. Then 1 by 2 into base 2 into height. Okay, plus 1 by 2 into base 3 into height. Plus 1 by 2 into base 4 into height. Will we keep on taking the triangles, all the triangle, how many triangle we are having, we don't know. Okay, how many triangles we are having, we don't know. Okay, maybe there are like n triangles we are having. So can we say that 1 by 2 and L we can take out common from here? Can we say that? Can we say that from this term, this
Yes,
term,
ma'am.
this term, this term, 1 by 2 and L is the common factor, and we are left with B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus whatever. Can we say? Is it crystal clear
Yes,
so
ma'am.
far to everyone? Yes, Bharti,
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Sara, Anand, is it crystal clear so far? Now think about it. If you will keep on adding, okay, let me take yellow color marker. Okay, if you will be adding this base 1, then base 2, then base 3, then base 4, then base 5, then base 6, then base 7, then base 8. So are we talking about the circumference of the circle? Are we?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Everyone getting it? Base 1, base 2, base 3, base 4, base 5, base 6. We are in general talking about the circumference of the circle, yes or no? If
Yes,
you will be adding all of them, that means just the circumference of the circle. Okay? Boundary of the circle, perimeter of the circle, that means circumference of the circle. Is it crystal clear so far what I'm talking about? Yes, Afreen, Arhan, Bharti, Hanan, Rayan,
yes,
Sara.
miss.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
So
ma'am.
base 1, base 2 is summation of all, whatever be the number, is nothing but just the circumference of the circle, and this is what we are having. Now let's cancel it out, and the formula is pi RL. Have you seen this formula that pi RL is the formula for finding the lateral surface area of the cone? This lateral surface area is same like the curved surface area, but here just a new name we are giving, and we are calling it lateral surface area. Pi into R into L. L is not the height, L is the slant height. Getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so for cone, we have found the lateral surface area, that is the formula is pi RL. Lateral surface area of the cone formula is pi RL. And the total surface area of the cone formula is pi RL plus the area of this lid which I was talking about initially, this lid. Okay, pi RL. Is it crystal clear so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Now suppose you will be having a cone. Okay, you will be having a cone, and here height is given, the radius of the base is given, but L is not given. I am telling you that the height is 5 meter, okay, and the radius of the base is, let's say, 3 meter. L is not given, but you have to find the lateral surface area. Find the lateral surface area. How will be finding the lateral surface area of the cone? Formula is pi RL. Just now we had discussed that this is the formula. You, even if you can recall the way how we are getting the formula or not, that is not important. I'm just showing you that randomly we have not got this formula. Mathematician all of a sudden they came and they said that from now onward you will be using this formula. No, there is a reason behind everything, and I'm just trying to show you the reason. However, you just need to keep in mind this much only. Okay, you don't have to know all the story. Getting it? So pi RL is the formula for finding the lateral surface area, and I'm telling you find the lateral surface area of this cone. Then L is not known. How you will be finding the L?
Ma'am,
Anyone?
L is the hypotenuse.
L is the hypotenuse. Just focus on this triangle. Just focus on this triangle. Does it look like a triangle? It is a right angle triangle. Why it is a right angle triangle? Because when explaining the concept of right circular cone, I said to you here 90 degree must be there. This height means it is perpendicular to the ground. Okay, so this must be 90 degree. Then if it is 90 degree, then this is a right angle triangle. And if it is a right angle triangle, then we can use Pythagoras theorem. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can find L square by taking 5 square plus 3 square. There is a formula also that L square is nothing but H square plus R square. Again, this doesn't came randomly. There is a reason, because we are having a right angle triangle. That's why we are saying that it came from Pythagoras theorem. Everyone getting it?
Then it's 4.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are getting L as a 4. The measurement I have taken wrong. Hypotenuse can't be 4. Okay, hypotenuse is the maximum distance. I must take one of the like R as a 3 and H as a 4. I must take this. Then L we must get as a 5. Okay, hypotenuse is the biggest side.